Welcome to MotoGP Mac.
In today's video, we're going to talk about the upcoming race this weekend for the Hungarian Grand Prix at the Balaton Park circuit. Now, before we get into it, here is the schedule for Friday. Here is the schedule for Saturday. And here is the schedule for Sunday. Now, looking at this circuit, it has a little bit of a mixture of everything. Some very Mickey Mouse corners, some really, really fast straights. But, you know, it is definitely different from everything else that's out there. And I suppose this is what makes the circuit that bit unique. Now, we do know some of the riders have already been there testing on street bikes. And we know the World Superbikes have already been there. So it is pretty interesting to see what is going to happen this weekend. This weekend, everyone starts from scratch. No data, no nothing. So it will be really interesting for me to watch how the teams progress. Practice 1, practice 2, qualifying, etc. to see who can actually figure out this circuit. Of course, the most relaxed man going there is going to be Marc Marquez. No matter what he does this weekend or what happens, you know, he's going to be comfortably leading the championship after this race. But it will be interesting to see how Pecco, who had a dismal race last weekend, recovers or tries to recover, or can he get his head back in the game? Alex Marquez, how does he do? Fermin Aldegar, Marco Bezzecchi, all of the ones that were in top form last weekend at the Austrian Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring. What way are they going to feature here? You know, is Yamaha going to have a good race? You know, looking at some of the straights coming onto them, you know, they may not get murdered because it is a little bit of, let's just say the engine revs are already up as they're coming out onto the straights. But still, you know, after their dismal weekend last weekend, you know, they definitely are in search of some answers. What will happen with the Hondas? Will the Hondas be competitive around here? The Aprilias? You know, there are so many unanswered questions. And, you know, for me, I just can't wait for free practice to get going on Friday. Get our first proper look at the circuit from a MotoGP perspective. I did watch it during the World Superbikes, and the racing was quite good there. Do you know what I mean? I really do like the old school type chicanes there. The circuit is quite bland, and I know some riders did bring up about the catch fences and all of that in circuit safety, and I do tend to agree with them. Some of the corners are a little bit squeaky bum. How would I call it? You don't want to crash their corners, but you know, everything is going to be up in the air this weekend. It's really, really, you know, great to have a new circuit that you can look at and go, no idea actually what's going to happen here. Yes, and I know that, but saying that, you know, most people are believing that Marquez will win, most probably, but it's still no reference point, no nothing for anyone properly on MotoGP machinery. So, you know, people could go out there and struggle. There is a lot of first gear corners, and I really, really, looking at the circuit, wonder, are we even going to hit 6th gear on the long straights? But, you know, it will be interesting. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What are you most looking forward to the Hungarian Grand Prix at the Balaton Park circuit? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.